question. Let's turn our attention to Judy Battista. Judy, now you wrote an article that debuts today on NFL.com, which details some of the hottest storylines as we get ready to kick off minicamp. So let's start in New England, the Bay State, where you say it's deja vu all over again in Foxborough.
It really is. Called They Start Minicamp tomorrow. We'll be there for it. And remarkably, they are in almost exactly the same position they were when they started minicamp at this time last year. They don't know when if Tom Brady will be available to them for the first 4 games of the season. Last year at this time, he was suspended for 4 games. Then, of course, it was vacated. He was able to play the full schedule. Now, the suspension has been reinstated. He is in court. They're waiting for the court. He has petitioned the court for a rehearing. Certainly, he could get the rehearing, and that would probably allow him to play. But as they go into minicamp, right now he is suspended, and I suspect we're probably going to see something similar to what we saw during minicamp last year, where they sort of split the first-team offense in 2 and had Tom Brady and his backup Jimmy Garoppolo going side by side up and down the field simultaneously. It was really fascinating to watch. And the idea there, of course, is to get both of them a lot of reps.
Absolutely, Judy. Now, another one of your major storylines is in San Francisco, where there is still plenty of doubt lingering over who will be driving Chip Kelly's offense. Who's it going to be? Blaine Gabbert, Colin Kaepernick? Nobody knows.
Well, it sort of seems like all the chatter around Chip Kelly has really quieted down ever since he left to Philadelphia. But don't forget, they have a really interesting quarterback situation of their own there. Colin Kaepernick is still recovering from multiple off-season surgeries, so he has not been able to take part in any of the teamwork. He hasn't been cleared to practice yet. They have a mini camp upcoming too, so it's unclear whether he would have to be cleared very quickly here to participate in that mini camp. So he might not get any teamwork in until they go to training camp, assuming he's cleared by that time. That, of course, gives Blaine Gabbert a big head start. He's taken all of the first-team reps so far during the offseason. He's got a big lead on Kaepernick now, even though I think from the outside we all think Kaepernick is the perfect physical fit for what Chip Kelly likes to do with his quarterbacks. We'll see if he can catch up. It's been a strange offseason. Of course, they were talking to the Broncos briefly about a Kaepernick trade. Who knows? Will he still be with the franchise when training camp opens?
Long, strange trip in the Bay Area. Imagine that. Now, finally, minicamp getting ready to kick off in the Big Apple. So what's the major storyline attached to the G-Men?
Well, it's all about defense. It's been all about defense this entire offseason. It was overhauled in one of the big free agency spending sprees. Damon Harrison, Olivier Vernon, Janoris Jenkins. And then, of course, they brought Jason Pierre-Paul back on the 1-year contract after the hand injury. It's all about the defensive line here. Steve Spagnuolo, the defensive coordinator, likes to get pressure from all angles. They certainly, on paper, have the pieces in place to do that again the way they did in those Super Bowl years at the Giants. We'll see, though, when they get back together for training camp, how it all comes together. With the no contact, no pads practices that they do in the offseason, it's tough to get a feel for how the chemistry is going to work, how the physicality will be. So we're probably going to have to wait for late July to get our first read on how that rebuilt defensive line at the Giants works.
Judy Battista with the very latest on minicamp storylines. And if you would like to read the latest on Judy's entire article, just go to NFL.com/Judy Battista. Judy, always a pleasure. Thank you.